It's been a year and a half now. We're going to go over exactly why these people are wrong, why they have no argument, and why they are simply doing what they're told blindly and not reading the documentation that clearly describes to them why the claims being made are entirely false. So these are some of the claims that have been made, and this started September of 2021. First claim is that DRS locks the float. Again, there has been zero evidence for this, and let's look at the reasons why this is not true. This claim was made September of 2021. If you look at the chart, this is the price around that time, split adjusted, of course, which, by the way, if a company splits and there is an X amount of DRS shares in the with the DTCC, then that's going to multiply with the split. But no one even mentioned that because, again, they're not focusing on reality. They only think they're going to get rich by following other people on Reddit. But we're going to go over and show them just how stupid they are. So that's when the claim was made. The price was $50. Well, the price now is $25. So, and not only that, but the float expanded. So all DRS has done to the price has dropped it by 50%. So congratulations, you're not doing anything. Next, we're going to go ahead and look at the float. The float then, 70 million shares. Float now around 253. So we're going to go ahead and make this claim a falsity. And again, please read a document. Let's see the facts now behind this. And what's funny about this is we're going to be using the Holy Grail computer share that debunks all this themselves. So this is from ComputerShare, dated April 11th, 2022, from Vanessa Countryman, Secretary, U.S. Securities Exchange Commission. She's replying to this filing that came out involving shortening the securities transaction settlement cycle. And let's go ahead and read this. Dematerialization. This is from ComputerShare. ComputerShare is a long-standing supporter of the benefits of dematerialization of securities when structured in a manner that protects issuer and shareholder rights and does not impose undue costs or burdens on issuers or investors, which is exactly what DRS does. If you looked at it, the fees are absurd. You're literally going back to the 1990s thinking you're going to induce MOAS when all you're doing is paying higher fees for a riskier trade. Now, we are accordingly not opposed to any effort to progress to full dematerialization, so long as those principles continue to be respected, and have previously documented our views on this in response to DTCC's 2012 white paper. So again, you think that all of a sudden, because a bunch of idiots online think that DRS is going to cause a magical squeeze, that it's going to somehow erase a 10-year-long goal of doing exactly what everyone is doing by giving them their share certificates. Idiotic. Now, issuers and shareholders both benefit from the efficiencies that can be delivered through book entry record keeping, as does the wider market. As this is a topic that has been discussed over many years, as they're telling you, we do not believe it is necessary to reiterate the benefits of dematerialization here. There is a considerable goodwill involved in current industry discussions on dematerialization. However, we do not believe that this matter can be adequately progressed without leadership and active engagement by the Commission and possibly rulemaking action. So they're literally going to mandate this, which I believe they already have. And again, we're thinking it's going to cause a squeeze because why? Reddit, and because we all want something that we don't want to work for? That's childish. Now, again, the need to balance the benefits broker-dealers obtain from operational efficiencies against issuer costs arising from efforts to reduce certificates in circulation and the risk to shareholders' access to markets requires federal-level education as well as consideration of state-level impact if there is a broad agreement that greater or full dematerialization is required. We urge the Commission to consider this topic broadly to maximize the efficiency benefits delivered to the market while not disadvantaging issuers and investors, and suggest two spheres of analysis. A. Dematerialization of current certificated holdings, and B. Registration of securities held by participants at DTC. In our view, these issues should be considered for both T1 and T0. So there you have it. ComputerShare is a long-standing supporter of the DTCC's goal for dematerialization, which is what DRS is. Now, this is the legal status of accounts in DTCC. Due consideration should be given to making the DTCC records of its participants' securities accounts a legal subregister of the issuer's securities, providing direct registered ownership to the holders of accounts in DTCC, establishing DTCC as a sub-register of registered title instead of having securities ownership immobilized through Seed & Co. would enable DTCC to remove itself from an active role in the complexities of securities administration. That's what you're doing when you DRS. You are giving DTCC less risk by destroying your share certificates, and they are then going to be. And you can't argue this with emotion or feelings because no one cares. Because only idiots believe this stuff. DTCC is the sub-register of registered title. All you have is a derivative of ownership, which means nothing. Now, this would be an important change in the structure for the United States. Oh, hold on, let me read the example. For example, the administration of dividend payments, proxy voting, or the exercise of other shareholder rights that currently flow through Seed & Co.'s legal title. This would be an important change in structure for the U.S. It would more closely connect investors to issuers by establishing the relationship via the investor's chosen intermediary that administers their shares rather than also interposing DTCC as the operator of the central settlement infrastructure into the legal holding structure. Legislative change would be required to give effect to this approach. However, operationally and in terms of system structure, this evolutionary change would leverage DTCC's existing central infrastructure for communications and DTCC participant account maintenance and connectivity with market participants and transfer agents. So the fact that you've been sitting here for a year chasing purple donuts, chasing nothing accurate, thinking you're going to cause a squeeze and MOAS because you're doing something that you read online that's incorrect, or something that an idiot on YouTube is regurgitating because they're intellectually dishonest and don't care about your finances or the truth of their content, that's all you've been doing. So congratulations. All you've done is waste your time. And I've tried to tell you for a year, and I'm not changing my side, but y'all keep moving the goalpost. You're a bunch of idiots, and you're wrong. So it's time to live up to that. Now, here's another from ComputerShare. Part 1, High-Level Principles. Scope of the white paper. We note that the white paper is almost entirely focused on a goal of removing the depository trust and clearing corporation from various paper handling processes and thus reducing DTCC's associated costs and risks. I don't know how many times it's got to be read to you from a document from your hero, ComputerShare. The goal is to decrease their risk, decrease their cost, while you are willingly increasing your risk and increasing your costs. But you think you aren't, because again, Reddit and YouTube, congratulations. The world is becoming a scary fucking place. However, we do not believe that these initiatives alone can fully deliver on the promise of full dematerialization, implicit in the title to the white paper, and indeed that achieving this is not fully within the authority of DTCC. Nonetheless, we share your objective of working in partnership with the industry. So, hold on. How many times do you have to be told you're getting effed 7 different ways from Sunday until you believe it? But you can't expect people to change. I fully expect people to still DRS their shares after this because it's all they have in life. Without that, they would be worthless. Now, they share the objective with the industry, and they will partner to modernize securities holding structures to ensure the U.S. market can evolve in a highly efficient manner. So congrats, you're helping the DTCC. So if anything, you might as well be a shill. Now, we have commented below on the specific proposals in the paper in relation to improved processes for deposit into DTCC, new issuances, and the handling of existing certificates in the DTCC vault. A number of these issues are already under discussion through the Transfer Agent Broker DTCC Working Group. And again, there is a working group with transfer agents, broker-dealers, and DTCC, where they all work together. But you think you're getting one over on the DTCC. It was disappointing to note that while white paper addressed efficiencies for moving securities into DTCC, which is DRS, you're moving your certificates into DTCC, not taking them out. The DTCC does not address points of friction that inhibit removal of securities out of DTCCs at an investor's discretion. So you can move them in all you want, but you can't take them out. God, how stupid do you have to be? And I tried to tell you. Such factors must also be addressed to improve the efficiency of the handling of securities and to ensure the preservation of investor choice and how they maintain their securities holdings. And we have highlighted some contributory aspects to this friction in our comments. I'm not going to display the comments because if you want to read how bad they are, you go Google it and you look yourself. You have no problem staying on Reddit all day and attacking others that debunk your ass, but, it is what it is. So this claim, again, false. DRS dematerializes your certificates and helps reduce the DTCC's risk and costs. For you, it does absolutely nothing except makes it way harder to sell, purchase, even get a limit price when it's your time to sell your shares. In 2023, when Ryan Cohen said. So in essence, DRS is helping the DTCC achieve their long-dated goal of full share dematerialization, which ComputerShare supports. Reddit is a PSYOP organization ran by the industry, infiltrated to push this exact narrative onto the unsuspecting retail, who now are asking for more. The YouTubers pushing this content are worthless and intellectually dishonest. They just need your views, and that's all they want, because they don't want to go get a real job, because if they did, they'd have to work, and they don't want to. They'd rather sit online and tell you what you want to hear, when in reality, they have no idea what they're talking about. So, here's a list of documents that debunks DRS, yet nobody participating in it will read them, because you can't fix stupid. So, if this video made you angry, please don't comment below, because you're not going to be able to. Just remember, you're wrong. You're going to be wrong today. You're going to be wrong tomorrow. You're going to be wrong next year. And however long it takes you to hold this big bag of shit before you realize that, oh shit, I'm wrong, is on you. Because I've done all I can. So, ComputerShare debunks DRS Reddit claims. DTCC debunks DRS Reddit claims. And ComputerShare debunks DRS claims all the way back in 2012. This is nothing new. So please, get wrecked. You have nothing. Can you even answer this question? If you have DRS'd your GME shares, did you even know what you just did? Probably not. And again, that's not my problem. It's your problem now. From ComputerShare. Again, Part 1, High-Level Principles, Scope of the White Paper. We note that the white paper is almost, you know what, fuck it. You're not gonna change. I hope you feel embarrassed, because you should. I tried to tell you. I showed you documents, but again, attacking reality is not a good way to go about life. I guarantee you most of you people doing this are between the ages of 15 and 21. So, God, what a scary world. Stay away from social media, kids, because you turn into mindless zombies who do what they're told. That's dangerous. You're no better than the hedge funds that you claim to be fighting.